Hearing is our first sense. Our first sound, our mother's beating heart. And then, in an instant, we come into a world full of sound. From then on, and for the rest of our lives, sound surrounds us. It's essential to our experience of the world, both the real world and the virtual world of today's entertainment. Sound pulls us in.
What was that?
For the most powerful experience possible.
The only way to make transformative experiences is to understand the basics of how we as people and humans understand sound, and then incorporate that into the technologies.
Our senses develop for the needs of our species. What are the important things I need to be able to avoid being eaten? I need to be able to find food. I need to be able to find the crying baby. I need to be able to find a mate. What you're trying to do when you when you're creating an immersive technology is you're trying to create an experience that's tapping into those primal, visceral, physiological responses that are core to the auditory system and the visual system interacting.
Sound is amazing in the sense that it can work on so many different levels. It can work on an emotional level, it can work on an intellectual level, it can describe geography, it can describe texture, it can describe scale from the very tiny to the very large and grand.
The possibilities are unlimited. What surround sound has allowed us to do is actually to bring more drama to a television broadcast. If you see a tight shot of a quarterback calling a cadence and you don't hear that, it really doesn't mean a lot. But once you start adding the audio to that, it really brings the viewer to the field and makes them feel like they're involved with that. And just the dramatic feeling of that is incredible. For us to be able to bring that venue home to the viewer in a three-dimensional situation is fantastic.
When we're mixing in a theater, that's kind of the gold standard. That is something that you ideally want to maintain all the way down the line. We as sound designers evolve with the technology as it continues to evolve. And now, more and more mobile devices have become a central part of our life, and more are becoming the medium through which audiences are experiencing films and music. And so it's very important that those mobile devices maintain the intent of the original creation.
You may have a high-quality video image, but by changing your auditory world, you're changing what you actually can experience in that video image. So your senses are constantly interacting.
Video by itself is not very exciting. And in fact, if you have a really immersive and beautiful picture without any sound, or sound of diminished quality, it actually cheapens the whole experience. In particular, we see this in the mobile world today. If you maintain a high level of audio quality, even when the video picture diminishes, sometimes that lack of video quality is lost on the viewer because they're part of an immersive experience.
The Dolby technologies that we launch are based on decades of understandings of perception and science, but then we take technology and coalesce that into something that a consumer can experience every day in their pocket.
For the first time, we're able to bring the multi-channel immersive sound experience right to these devices to really receive the complete story.
Dolby's technologies, they're aware of the endpoint. They are aware of the device they're playing back on, and they tune themselves, they adapt themselves to that device to give the very best experience possible.
There's no other system out there today that has this capability.
The combination of video compression technology and audio from companies like Dolby really allows you to kind of bring that living room experience anywhere in the world, no longer constrained by time or place.
There's sort of a bar that we have in research where we say, we want the experience to be magical.
We change the sound, we change the experience. We change the experience of what you see, of what you hear, of what you feel, of how you walk out, how happy you are, how sad you are. It's that powerful.